Hey guys, how you doing there? It's actually not my statue. This actually belongs to my buddy Jose, who just picked this up last week at Retro. Was it Retro Rare Collectibles?
Yep, Retro Rare.
And it's cool. It's an Art FX Marvel Now Emma Frost statue.
Yeah, from the same people that brought you those Snowstorm figures you talked about in a previous episode.
So this is really cool. So we're gonna crack this open and have a look at it here. So you can see it comes all nice and packaged. Not unlike the Snow Trooper costumes we saw a few weeks ago. Same kind of base, a magnetic base. And
it is now officially not mint in box.
well, it's still mint in box. You just throw it back in the box.
And retape it.
Yeah.
You see it's all covered in plastic. You got the base there, magnetic. And you know, see the way it just kind of sits on there. Now, just like the Snow Troopers, there's some assembly required, but the assembly is pretty straightforward. Just throw that in there. With the arms, each individually packaged. So, like I said, at a later date you want to sell it, you know, on eBay or whatever, you can just throw it back in the. Am I doing this right? Yeah. You can just throw it back in the little plastic bags and throw it on eBay. So keep all the pieces, right? Keep all the little plastic bags. And yeah, pretty straightforward. You know, it's snapped together. It's a real easy statue to put together, and she looks really, really sharp. So yeah, that's great. And what did we pay for that, Jose? How much was that?
Oh, it's $70 Canadian, so
Yeah.
around roughly about $50 US.
Yeah, so it's not expensive.
No.
It stands about 8 to 10 inches tall, and yeah, the detail is excellent. The expression on her face is absolutely fantastic. So yeah, great find, Jose. Great find.
You only had one, unfortunately, so you couldn't snag one.
Okay, so we got a great episode tonight. We've got Jose. Actually, most of these books tonight are going to be Jose's. Mike, did you bring any books?
I didn't bring any books. I didn't know you guys were filming tonight. But that's okay.
Mike's going to play the cameraman tonight.
We'll catch up later. I'll catch up with you guys later.
I
Yeah,
got
so-
enough Bronze and Silver Age goodness to last a couple episodes, but we'll talk about a few here to start the show.
Yeah, all Bronze and Silver Age and all Pendragon finds, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
most of them, yeah.
Okay, so without that further delay, let's go over to the other area and let's get started. Okay, so here we go. Nice first book to start off with here. We got Marvel Features number 8. So Jose, talk to me. Why did we buy this book?
Well, I mean, I concentrate on Bronze Age issues. I have a previous Marvel feature where it reintroduces the Ant-Man. This one has Ant-Man, and it retells the origin of the Wasp. So in a way, it's a reprint. The origin of the Wasp, obviously, it's a Silver Age major key. That's a little bit undervalued right now. It's still, of course, an expensive book to have. So at a lesser price, and in this case, for $50 Canadian, very reasonably priced, and I would say about a VF grade, VF plus, maybe 885. It's not a bad buy, of course. Now, the Silver Age key is a major key. I believe it's either Tales to Astonish or Tales to Suspense 44. And about a VG grade of 4, it's about a $250 US book.
Yeah.
And then in the higher grade, it's about a 992. You're talking best part of a couple thousand US, of course.
Yeah.
But so for $50, you're getting the origin of the Wasp, which is a major character, of course, in the Marvel Universe. A very early Silver Age heroine. Actually, she's the second one after the Invisible Girl, Fantastic Four. She appeared in 63. And
Wow.
of course, she's a key member of the Avengers, a key group, of
Nice.
course. So, like I said, great cover too, of course.
Yeah, it is a gorgeous cover. I love it.
Yeah. How about you, Mike? Did you own this book?
Oh no, I don't have any Ant-Man at all.
Yeah.
Like I said, I've mentioned on previous shows, I like collecting the early mid-70s anthologies. They got some really good books in there, and you can get them at reasonably priced. And like I said, I'm looking for a higher grade, so
Who
I
did
paid.
the art? Do you know?
No, I didn't, but I just love the cover.
You know what? I'll figure it out. I'll just throw it in the little
Throw it in
thing
the,
here along
little
here
thing on the
somewhere
side there.
when it
Cool.
comes to the editing process. Nice book, Jose. Nice find. I like it a lot. Okay, cool. So next we have Strange Tales number 179 and number 181. So Jose, talk to me.
Okay, so the one on the right, the 179, is a recent purchase from our favorite Pendragon, and the one on the left, 181, is a Fan Expo find from last year. It was a good indicator for me. That was the first book I bought at Fan Expo, and I got a very good deal on it. $9. I got changed from a tenner on that one.
Wow.
Now you can see how much I paid for the 179 from Pendragon. $60, not inexpensive, but it is a very high grade. I would
How's the
say.
condition look here?
The other one, I would say it's about at least a VF plus 885,
Yeah.
but the one from Pendragon, I would say it's about at least a near mint minus near mint 9294. Very
Yeah,
good,
yeah.
high grade, and that's what I'm looking for. Now, we're going to get into a little bit of a roundtable discussion here because there is some controversy that was recently announced on Total Comic Mayhem, one of these sites that I go to for research and analysis and
Yeah.
information on comic book trends.
Yeah, that's putting it lightly.
Yes. So I didn't think of it in much a large way because this affects all three of us. Actually, we each have Strange Tales 180, which
Absolutely.
right now is categorized as the intro or first appearance of Gamora.
First appearance of
From
Gamora, yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy,
absolutely.
played by the lovely Zoe Saldana.
Mm-hmm.
So now, previously, that was basically a first appearance. Now, what's happening is that it's possible being announced that Overstreet will be changing that to a cameo.
Hmm.
Now, for us, now this might seem like a small distinction, but like when you have money invested in this can make a large difference because if it's reduced to a cameo, it could impact the value of the book negatively and raise the value of 181.
See, I got to be honest. Yeah, I was looking at that news clip today on Total.
Comic Mayhem.
Yeah, that pisses me off because, as far as I'm concerned, a cameo is one panel, maybe two, but
Yeah.
it absolutely, unequivocally is not 5 panels, and she appears in 5 panels in
Yeah.
Strange Tales number 180. So as far as I'm concerned, 180 is absolutely her first appearance.
Absolutely.
And 181 is absolutely not her first appearance. It is her second appearance.
No. Some people might think this is semantics, but it does make a big difference monetarily or financially. Like I said, I mean, the thing is, the perfect example is obviously Wolverine, which is what the biggest of the big key
There you
Bronze
go.
Age.
Yeah.
Incredible
Yeah.
Hulk's 180 and 181. 180 is a cameo.
Cameo.
And you can say that the lowest bar you could possibly say if for a cameo is to appear on only one panel, which Wolverine does at the
Absolutely.
very last panel of the book. And we all know the price difference between a 180 and a 181.
Astronomical.
expensive,
Oh, it's
but-
more than 10, 20 times sometimes, depending
Yeah.
on the grade, the price of 180.
Absolutely.
So, like I said, that's why it's going to negatively impact the value of 180 if
Oh,
this is
for
the
sure.
case.
And I think it's also going to piss off the comic community in general.
Well, they
Yeah.
can't just change the rules.
We rely on things being unequivocal. Now, like anything else, nothing is, you could say, definitive or absolute. But when you're relying on their information to make your purchasing decisions, like for example, I have 180 and it's getting graded right now. I paid $100 for it at Fan Expo and I spent about $65 getting it graded. So I have about $165 invested in that book. Now, it's a good thing that I found Strange Tales 181 for $9, but it still doesn't change the fact that I have obviously a lot more invested in 180 than in 181.
Vendors are basing their pricing that we're buying stuff off of the same information.
Yeah, and Overstreet
So-
unfortunately is the Bible, so that's why they're saying the site is saying that there is pressure on the third party grading companies to basically change
but
the
let's-
definition of
let's
that.
just note that this
They don't
is
get
off
to
of-
do that. You don't get
This
to make
informa-
ad hoc law. You do not, as far as I'm concerned. You do not.
I agree, but also this is off of a website, and we'd have to wait and see what Overstreet actually
Well,
says.
apparently the website is saying that Overstreet will be making that change in the newest edition.
Okay,
I-
well, let's talk to some people who are advisors to Overstreet.
See,
Like-
for me,
They say.
in my position, like I only paid $9 for number 180. But if I was in
Yeah.
your position, or someone who paid 150
Oh.
or $200 for a near mint condition Strange Tales number 180, and now they change the rules on me, it would really, really piss me off.
Well, it's like having the rug pulled under your feet. It's not even fun, but
You know,
Yeah,
you're taking a book that I paid $80 for and making it $10. Like,
Oh,
hello.
yeah.
Because someone said.
well,
that
we don't
we're
know what's
changing
going to
the
happen.
rules.
First of all, that would have to happen officially, and we don't know that definitively yet. Well, obviously, when the newest edition of
This
Overstreet
is why
comes
I
out,
say, yeah.
you have to be
gotta
careful
wait.
out there. Like I said, I don't know. I'm ambivalent because I
It could be
own both
speculation.
180 and 181.
Yeah. But again, as far as I'm concerned, I don't care what they do. she's in 5 panels. As far as I'm concerned, 180 is always going to be the first appearance. Anyone who has a 180 that's already been CGC'd.
I'll have that etched on my tombstone. It's the first appearance, damn it.
Every single CGC copy right now says first appearance of Grimoire, and that's because it is.
Yes.
Anyways, we've spent enough time on this, Jose, so let's go on to the next books here. Okay, next we have a really, really nice copy of Nick Fury, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. #3. I think if you watch our episodes long enough, you'll eventually see each and every one of these issues, because they are really nicely done. So, Jose, talk to me. What made you decide to buy this one?
Well, it's another recent purchase from Pendragon. Picked it up over the holidays. This was a Christmas Day. I picked it up for $100 US, or actually, I got the US price. So I'm in $100. Nice even figure. Of course, this is some nice Marvel late Silver Age goodness. Nick Fury, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Actually, a rare example of actually me picking up a book that is not necessarily a key issue. As you guys know, I'm normally a key guy, but I've been on a recent Jim Steranko kick, and I can't help but get them. Now, the first few issues, I think the first 5 or 6 were complete Steranko masterpiece. I mean, he basically did everything. Wrote the story, he penciled, he did everything practically. Yeah. And this is one of the more atmospheric covers I have. It's like with the Hound of the Baskervilles, kind of spectral hound, and it's this figure with kind of like bat ears in the background, and it's a great cover. I mean, I bought it for the cover, of course.
When I see a cover like this, it makes me think of Werewolf by Night, like a Dracula kind of a gothic.
It's one
got a kind of a Halloween haunting kind of feel to it.
And you guys normally are more into the macabre and the horror than I do. But like I said, this is like, without being too over the top, it's a great cover. Of course, this is, like I said, Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. #3 from August of '68. I picked up a few other books that we talked about in a previous episode for $25. Obviously, I paid 4 times, but it's just as nice, I think. I mean, it's a great book. I mean, it goes to show, though, you can get deals at cons if you can. Like I said, that was my bundling special there, but no such case on this one. Still a great book to have.
Yeah. And I think Steranko's one of those artists that, realistically, if you wanted to collect every single work that Steranko did for Marvel, you probably could.
Because he didn't do much.
He only worked for Marvel for 3 years, so some of his best stuff. Of course, the next one on the radar is, for me, is X-Men #50, first appearance of Polaris, a classic cover. You're spending some bucks there.
That's not going to that's not going to be cheap. Okay, and the book is in great condition. I think I'm seeing a little bit of spine roll.
Yeah, I think I would grade it about a VF, maybe VF minus 7.5. Possibly an 8, but definitely around a 7.5.
Yeah, nice find, Jose. Thanks for bringing it in and showing it to us. Okay, now we mentioned this book a few weeks ago, and we were thinking about picking it up, and we did. We, meaning both me and Jose, picked up a copy.
Caved.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, Jose's copy is the better one on the right.
Oh, but of course, I've always got the better copy, don't I?
Yeah, but I'm trying to buy a new place. You're not.
Yeah, it's a tired old line, Paul. You said it a few times now.
Okay.
Of course, just when you thought we were done talking about Jim Steranko, here we're going to end the show with actually one of his key issues. His first work for Marvel from the month of December 1966, the month I was born. Great stuff.
Cool.
Yes, he does inks for the great Jack Kirby in this book. It's a great cover. I love it. It's nice him fighting these stone golems, kind of statue monsters with the Hydra guys like surrounding him. Great cover. Yeah.
And I'll be honest, I'm very excited about owning this book. The first Steranko worked for Marvel. I mean, if that's not a key, I don't know what is.
Oh, that is definitely a key.
Yeah, and I'm stoked about owning it. Glad. I wish I had a better copy, but hey, I'll take what I can get right now, and I'm happy with my $80 copy.
But you know what? For half the price, I think yours is about a 7, mine is about an 8, and what's holding it back by the staple on the spine? There's a thing where it nicked it a little bit. You can kind of see it by the skirt of the monster over there, if you want to see it right there, and that's what's holding it back. It's got color break. Now, for people. Like, when you're talking about stuff, like I said, there's things that bar a certain comic going above a certain grade. Now, if it has any thing that causes color break in the thing, it can never be above a VF. So
Yeah.
I would say mine is about a VF, maybe if you're being harsh, a VF minus. So you're thinking if Pulse is about a 7 or maybe a 6.5 if you're being harsh, why is it double the price? It's just that because there is that extra much of a premium. When you're talking about a VF or higher grade for even a late Silver Age book, there is a big premium. Of course, this is a key comic. It's recognized by most people. First Marvel work by Steranko. He only worked for 3 years, and like I said, his stuff is scarce in the market in higher grades.
Yeah.
The reason why people buy these and then they buy the hardcover series to read and don't touch these
Like the
ones.
graphic novel.
The
Yeah.
graphic novel, so that they don't ever.
Have to touch this. Yeah.
Exactly.
Now, just out of interest, Jose, I don't know if you can answer this. If I was to buy one of these in like a a near mint, like a 9 or a 9.4 or a 9.8, any idea what it would cost me?
Roughly, I would. The thing is that these things are still reasonably affordable. They're not that well spread, of course, among the hardcore geek. I mean, you mentioned Steranko and Buscema. They're the big guys from the early Bronze Age, the 70s. So to the guys, along with Neil Adams, who basically did the next generation thing, taking over from the guys from the Golden Age. So
Yeah.
I mean, he is a big name. Is not recognized though in the market. So I would say in a 9, in a grade starting with a 9, you're probably talking in the low hundreds, 2, 3, maybe $400 for around a near mint, a 9.2, 9.4.
Yeah.
So still reasonably priced. Of course, this is U.S. and with the exchange right now, obviously, it'd be considerably more Canadian. But you're looking in that ball range.
Yeah, cool,
Can I
cool.
just add that the X-Men number 51 or 53 that I got, I believe is a Steranko X-Men.
Yeah,
Yes, I think you're right. I know the one
Yeah.
you're talking about because I
Yeah.
saw it at Extra Rare and they had one on the wall.
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, wow. Wow, Jose, those are some really fantastic books. As usual, you know, we expect nothing less when you bring in some of your
It's
stuff.
funny, I'm your yin to your yang. You spent the best part of $1,000 in statues of Harley Quinn and Catwoman as best part, a little over $1,000 in books. So we did the complete reverse of the last month or so.
Oh yeah. I bought the Gotham City Garage Catwoman as well. So I'm going to show you that statue in an upcoming episode. Oh my God, is it ever
it's
nice?
gorgeous.
Oh, it's nice.
But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. We appreciate you like watching our show, and if you like what you saw, leave a comment because we love reading them. And yeah, see you next time.
See ya.
Special guest Mike. Yes, yes.